Community Centre today. My name is Ashley Haynes. I am the Sport and Events Coordinator here at the Cobourg Community Centre. Without further delay, I'd like to introduce Marty Savoy, the Commissioner of the Ontario Junior Hockey League.
Thanks so much, Ashley. Well, welcome. Media, local media, thank you so much for coming. Special guests, thank you for taking time out of, I know your busy days to come out and support this event as well and this announcement today. This has been a long time coming. We're here today to officially announce that Hockey Canada and the Canadian Junior Hockey League have awarded the OJHL the 2015 World Junior A Challenge, and we've agreed to have the host sites of Whitby, Ontario, and right here in Cobourg, Ontario to be the host site. So congratulations. Before I get into a couple other things, it's just an interesting story about, 5 years ago, Harry pulled me into the back room of the old rink with these plans and this big rolling thing out, and he starts pointing to all this stuff, where should we have benches, and I'm like, Harry, what is this? We're building a new rink. I'm like, well, if you build a new rink, we'll try to get you to the big event, the World Junior A Challenge, if you will build it. So I think it's one of those old adverbs, if you build it, they will come. So Harry, all the work you've done for us and everything like that, we just want to thank you for everything and everything you've done for the OJHL. The past number of years in the OJHL, we've gone through some major changes. We have two individuals that will speak later, one being the chairman of the league, Mr. Scott McCrory, the governor of Whitby Fury, and your own Mark Mercier, who's also a board member of the OHA, who's a selected member from our league to represent us at that table. These two gentlemen have been extremely valuable in the change and growth of the Ontario Junior Hockey League. They're going to come up here and speak to you for a couple of words, and they don't like to toot their own horns, but I think we should give them a round of applause, because what happens with this event, you need the leadership from our Board of Governors, and those are two gentlemen that really carry a lot of influence there. So on behalf of the league, guys, thanks for bringing this to Ontario for us. As I said, there's been a number of changes to the league over the last couple of years. We went through a major contraction program that both those gentlemen were instrumental in. We took the league from 37 teams down to 22 teams. We wanted to make sure that we were one of the #1 leagues, not only in Canada, but all over the world. We brand ourselves as the league of choice, and I think with Hockey Canada and the CJHL now having faith in us to run these types of events, I think we've accomplished a little bit of that. We've just recently hosted the most successful Dudley Hewitt Cup just down the road here in Wellington. It was the most successful when it comes to fan base and for financials as well that's in the history of the tournament. This past Tuesday, the Oakville Blades in our league hosted its Canadian Junior Hockey League Prospects game. It had over 1,300 fans in the building, the most they've ever had, including there was an AHL game that we had more attendance than they've had, and there was more NHL scouts at that event than any other event. So I think it speaks volumes for what our governors have done in behalf of trying to build this league and the brand of Junior A hockey. One of the interesting things with this event that's never happened before through the leadership of our board, what they wanted to make sure is that we build ourselves as a community-based organization. When you have a league that is basically going to compete with fans, volunteers, supporters and whatnot, should I go to an OJHL game or should I support the World Junior A Challenge in our league? What the governors have decided to do and no other league has ever done, we're going to black out our league during the Monday through the Saturday to ensure that our fans, our players, our sports, our municipalities, the media, everybody can come in and actually enjoy this unique event. So again, kudos to them to making that decision to make sure it's accessible to everybody. Again, the support of Canadian Junior Hockey League and the Ontario Hockey Association, who will have their 125th anniversary, is extremely important to the event. There's a lot of partners that are behind this event to make sure it's going to be successful. When you put an event like this on with co-hosts, it's some challenges to make sure there's some leadership at the beginning to be able to pull it all together. Our role as a league is support role. What we needed to find was a chairman to be able to put in place that can manage and lead this thing forward for us. We were very fortunate when we were looking for somebody that this gentleman came forward who I'd like to introduce now. He's already become a very extremely important part of the process of getting this event off the ground. He's former MPP of Oshawa, probably one of the longest serving MPP in the history of Oshawa. He's a former chair of the Justice Committee and the General Government Committee. He's an award recipient of the Diamond Jubilee Award. And he was also given the Citizen of the Year Award by the Oshawa Firefighters, which I think speaks volumes for him as an individual. But from a league standpoint, from a hockey standpoint, the thing that really stands out for us and myself is that he's still a local volunteer as a coach in minor hockey and a coach in minor lacrosse. And it's my extreme pleasure right now to introduce the 2015 World Junior A Challenge Chairman, Mr. Jerry Ouellette.
Well, thanks, Marty. Very much appreciate the opportunity to be here. Before I begin, I'd just like to thank Marty, Mark, and Scott for their contribution to Hockey Canada to win the bid to have it the World Junior A Championships Challenge come here to Cobourg and highlight the world-class facilities found right here in Cobourg. You know, I only need to look around at Harry and all the others in his worship and congratulate them in being able to showcase this great facility to the world and the opportunity to provide hockey. This is a lot more about hockey though. It's about a business of hockey as well, and that's where part of it comes in with myself. Hockey is, and Marty had mentioned about the number of NHL scouts, but there's also the NCAA scouts and all the others that attend these events to come and see what we've got here to offer. This is going to give an opportunity to showcase not only Cobourg, but junior A hockey right here in Ontario, as well as around the world. This is the first time since 2006 when this event initiated that is being held in the province of Ontario, and I think Ontario is going to lead the way. So on behalf of myself, I want to congratulate all those involved, and I look forward to a great team that's going to be out working there and doing a great job in showcasing our communities as well as junior A hockey. Good job. Thanks.
Thank you, Jerry. We would now like to invite our esteemed Mayor, Gil Brockenier, to the stage.
Thank you, Ashley. It's not often I get asked to speak before the MP and the MPP, so I don't have to worry about repeating what they say today. But I would like to say that I really appreciate the turnout that we have today, for this most important event that's going to take place in our community centre. This is going to be the biggest and highest level of entertainment for hockey that we've ever had in the town of Cobourg. And I know there's been a lot of buzz around the community recently about the fact that we've just applied and may get it. So I have every confidence that the town of Cobourg is going to come through, and our people will fill the stands for all these games because it's going to be such an excellent brand of hockey. And once again, this is further proof that the community centre in Cobourg is the economic driver we always knew it would be. This event is going to fill our hotels, it's going to fill our restaurants, and people will be flocking to Cobourg, and once again, it'll be a showcase for this fabulous facility that we have here in Cobourg, our community centre. So I just, in closing, I just want to say how much I appreciate Ashley Haynes over here, and Harry Jeske in the back for all the work that you've put into this, because it wouldn't have happened without you. So once again, we owe you a great debt of gratitude for driving the economy in Cobourg. Thank you very much. And just before I close, just in case somebody forgets to announce them or recognize them, the Warden of Northumberland County, Mark Coombs, is over here. Mark, thank you. I just want to thank you for coming and showing your support too, Mark. Very much appreciated. So that's all I have to say. It's going to be a great event, and I know everyone is looking forward to it. I am myself. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. So Brent Tully of the Cobourg Cougars and I are going to be acting as co-chairs of the local organizing committee. There will be a local committee in Whitby, as well as a local committee here in Cobourg. So on behalf of both of us, Brent is unable to be here today. I just would like to say that we're really excited to be welcoming the world to Cobourg and our beautiful Cobourg Community Centre. I also like to say that I'm thrilled to be working with a great group of people who have agreed to be a part of our local organizing committee. Some of you are here today, so if you are here, please just give a little wave so everyone can see who you are. And just want to give everybody a great round of applause already for agreeing to be a part of the committee. So I'd also like to just recognize a few people that have come out today. First, I'd like to recognize a few of the representatives of Hockey Canada's national sponsors that are here today, such as Boston Pizza. Bonnie's here. Bonnie. From Canadian Tire, we have Jason Young. And from RBC, we have Lynn Hardy here today. So These are just a few of Hockey Canada sponsors, and we look forward to working with these people as well as all the other sponsors we hope to bring on as part of this event. Also like to thank a few of the councillors that have come out today. Really appreciate your support in us bringing this event to Cobourg. Also, you will notice that the two players over here to my right, Theo Lewis and Dawson Thede, both wearing Team Canada jerseys. Both of these guys played on Team Canada East recently in Saskatchewan at the World Junior A Championship there. So I want to thank them for coming out, and congratulations guys on representing Canada. Finally, I just want to recognize a few other key organizations that are here: the DBIA, the CCHL, the West Northumberland Girls Hockey Association, and the Northumberland Sports Council. Thank you for coming out, and we hope we can work with you as well on this event going forward. So now, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Rick Norlock, our Member of Parliament for Northumberland Quinte West.
Thank you very much. It's exciting to be here. One of the things that wasn't mentioned by the previous speakers is that this is the 125th anniversary of the Ontario Hockey League, one of the oldest, if not the oldest, hockey associations on the face of the earth. So a lot to celebrate here. And today we're talking about partnerships. Of course, this building is here and this great facility is here, as the Mayor mentioned, because of partnerships in all three levels of government. And that is, as the Mayor said, very, very key part of this community being one of the hubs in the area. And of course the partnerships of the Ontario Hockey League, Hockey Canada, Ontario Hockey League, and of course the Junior A Hockey League. These are all about partnerships. These events occur because of partnerships, because of organizations that get together, work together, most of whom are volunteers, most of them who are populated by volunteers, and it goes a long way to making an event successful. Most of the people that were previously introduced as part of the organization that makes this happen are people who are very active in the community. If you want something to be successful, if you wanted to get it done, you give it to busy people, and the busy people were just invited or just recognized here a few minutes ago. So on behalf of the Government of Canada, I want to congratulate, of course, the Ontario Hockey League, Junior A Hockey League, for having this event. As was mentioned, it's the ninth anniversary, or the 9th event like it, and of course the first time in Ontario. We're very proud of it. I just want to mention, of course, the Cougars. They're second in the East League, and I'd be hard pressed to want to get them to be number one, because Trenton's number one. And of course, I represent both those areas, so I would only wish that both could be number one. But they're 1 and 2 in the standings in the East League, so I'll let our mayor here and his counterpart in Quinte West arm wrestle over who's going to make it. So very excited about this event. Cobourg and Whitby again talking about partnerships, putting on this event, sharing their venues. Just a great happening right here in Eastern Ontario and in Cobourg, and we're excited about seeing what happens. So good luck to the Canadian team. You know, I was looking at some of the stats over the last 9 years, and it's about time we were number 2 most of the time. Where it's those darn guys south of us that keep winning, so we're going to have to show them this time. So good luck, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, MP Norlock. I'd now like to welcome Lou Rinaldi, the Member of Provincial Parliament for Northumberland Quinte West.
So there's nothing left for me to say. It's all been said. It's good to be here today, but I must say I'm really disappointed. When I got the invite to be here today, I thought I'd find skates, a sweater, a stick, and I'll be able to try out, at least try out. But that didn't happen, but I'm sure there's an opportunity down the road. This is fantastic, and you know, I just want to say the chair, Jerry Roulette, he called me 2 or 3 weeks ago to sort of give me the heads up about today, and he told me a little bit about his role. And I had the distinct pleasure working with Jerry for 8 years at Queen's Park, although we were in different sides of the house. But we had a lot of respect for each other, and he was a great member for Oshawa. And his commitment to his community when he was an MPP. I'm sure that will translate to his commitment to being chair of this great tournament that's going to happen later on this year. And I remember talking to Jerry on and off many times, and there wasn't too many times that we didn't talk about hockey. So his commitment is definitely there. You know, a few years back when council approached both Rick and I that they needed a new community center, and when we all partnered to invest some $30 million to build this in a very short time and budget, the true meaning of what somebody has said before, you build and they will come, and today we're seeing the fruits of that, they will come. To have an event which is world class, and certainly will bring Cobourg and Northumberland to the forefront. So we're delighted and waiting with anxiety and anxious for December 2015 to see the first puck drop and see some of the best hockey this part of the province is seen. So I'm going to put my money today on Ontario East, Canada East, because I know they're going to go all the way. There's no question about it. I feel sorry for my Western counterparts, but Canada East is going to win, and we're going to be here to cheer them on. So thank you, organizing committee. Thank you to all the volunteers, because this will not happen with all the work and the volunteers do. So I'm really, really looking forward to December, not for Santa Claus, but for hockey. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, MPP Rinaldi. And now I'd like to ask Mark Mercier, Governor of the Cobourg Cougars, to come up and speak.
Thank you very much, Ashley, for the lovely introductions today. It's really, really appreciated. It's so exciting to be here on behalf of the Cobourg Cougars, on behalf of the Ontario Junior Hockey League, on behalf of the Ontario Hockey Association. When we first started talking about this dream called the Cobourg Community Centre, it literally was a dream. And this community, along with the political support from Ottawa, as well as Queen's Park in Toronto, and this great town of Cobourg, all came together and made this a reality. And one of the things that we did speak about was hosting world-class events. This place has hosted the Marleys, this place has hosted the Tragically Hip, among other musical acts, and now we are bringing the world to Cobourg. And for that, obviously, we are very, very appreciative, very excited, very humbled, because with that comes a great deal of responsibility. And one of the things that when the Ontario Junior Hockey League and the Ontario Hockey Association and Hockey Canada decided to vest this opportunity in the town of Cobourg and the town of Whitby, with that comes an awful lot of responsibility. We want to put on a world-class show. We've got the world-class facility, but we now want to put on a world-class show, and that's why it's so important to have everybody here. And one of the things that has become sort of a hallmark of the hockey operation in Cobourg, and when I go traveling throughout the province, people now know about the Cobourg Cougars and the Ontario Junior Hockey League, because we have, and are very, very fortunate to have, literally among the highest levels of volunteerism in all of hockey. And that to me is one of the hallmarks that makes this organization and this town very, very special. And you're going to see that in all of its full glory. Many of the people that are going to be volunteering and playing key roles are here today, but that literally is a sliver of what it is to be a volunteer inside this community and to be associated with this club. So I want to say, on behalf of all of those organizations, thank you to everybody who has taken the vital step of contributing back to our community by being an active volunteer. So thank you very much for that. It goes without saying that in order to put on an operation like we do in the town of Cobourg, that we need to have and maintain a very strong relationship with the people that run the facility. Harry and Ashley and the gang are absolutely tremendous in their support of the club, and we really appreciate that. but the town has been really a partner in our success over the last number of years since we made the move to the Cobourg Community Centre. Gil, the entire council, have been great supporters of ours, and for that we are very, very appreciative. So thank you very much, Gil, for being here. Obviously, we're in the hockey business. We're in the business of developing young men so that they can make the step to play higher levels of hockey. We're really, really fortunate today to have Theo Lewis and Dawson Feed over here to my right. I sometimes call them, you know, our guys or my boys or whatever, but in the case of Theo and Dawson, these are big, big men, and so to them, I often refer to them as sir, and we are so proud of Dawson and Theo. We've been blessed and quite fortunate over the last couple of years to have other representatives of our club who have developed and incubated inside our program to wear the Canadian flag on their jersey, to represent our country, our league, and the Cobourg Cougars. So we're very fortunate to have Theo and Dawson here, and I thank you for taking the time out of your busy preparations to knock off, hopefully, North York on Sunday. And as Rick said, right now the Cobourg Cougars are sitting as number 2 in the Eastern Division, but we have aspirations for our colleagues to the east to knock them off. So hopefully you guys will continue to show the great progress that we've seen. Finally, I wanted to introduce to you Scott McCrory. Scott is the governor of the Whitby Fury, and what's neat about this particular exercise and this particular event that we're doing, and it's very much about Cobourg, there's no denying that, but it is a co or a joint bid situation. We are co-hosting the World Junior A Challenge with the town of Whitby and the Whitby Fury, and that is a tremendous partnership. That is a friendship, most importantly, that has been forged over the last number of years, but it is a partnership, and we are working very, very closely as a committee through Jerry Willett, who is really sort of the bridge, the glue that's holding all of this together. But we are very, very proud of the relationship that we have with the town of Whitby and the Whitby Fury, and I wonder, Scott, if you wanted to say a couple of words.
Thanks. It's turning out here and seeing the amount of people is unbelievable. It's a true respect for what Mark and his crew with the Cougars have done. Owning Whitby Fury, we have a heated rivalry on the ice, but off the ice we're good friends. And what we've done with the league and what you've done specifically here in Cobourg is unbelievable. Coming down, I think, did we play the first game here?
Yes.
Yeah, we first ever game played here, and coming in the rink as an owner and a board member of the league it gave me chills down my spine. Having grown up or being born in Northumberland County in Calvert, hockey is always and will be huge. I remember going down to visit my aunts and uncles and skating on the Trent River. This community, I have cousins that live in, an uncle that lives in Cobourg. Hopefully I get my uncle to support it a little bit, so my aunt.
Better not be wearing a Whitby Fury.
But you know what, hats off to Ashley and Jerry, or Harry I mean. So Harry was out, Harry, we're not going for steak after, we were in Saskatchewan for this year's World Juniors, and I know the facility here is second to none in the world. You're going to kill Kindersley's action off and on the ice, and hopefully Whitby can come up to the same standards as Cobourg. You guys have a state-of-the-art facility, and you have great organizations, and a lot of people don't realize the amount of work that Mark does for our league and for your organization, but your community. I'm going to toot our own horn. A lot of times we get a lot of hard balls thrown or snowballs thrown at our heads saying, what do you guys do this for? You're in it for yourself. These two gentlemen, I had the privilege to watch them out west, and they made Cobourg look unbelievable, but they also made our league. As Marty said, the OJHL is very proud to be involved with the Cobourg Cougars and to be involved with the community of Cobourg and Northumberland County. So, guys, I don't think you guys, Dawson, you can play next year, can you? Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully Dawson wears an A or a C next year on that jersey. As Lou said, Canada East better win because we're getting tired of losing. So thanks. Hopefully we see everybody here in early December. And thanks again for showing up, and thanks again for helping Mark and I put this bid together.
So thank you very much, everyone, for being here today. We really appreciate it. We look forward to the ongoing support that we have come to rely on in the town of Cobourg and Northumberland County, and we are very, very excited. So thanks again for being here and all the support that you provide day in and day out to not only the organization, but the town and the community. So thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to Ashley.